you started the score in 94. You leave the score in 2004. And I read that you left because of a little bit of struggle of editorial control over your show. Just quickly, is that true? And then was that sort of a common thing where the powers that be, the PD or whoever, would try to direct the on-air content?
It was not a common thing, and that's why I quit. I'm really happy that you're giving me this opportunity to talk about it, because it's something I've kind of kept pretty mum on for the years. But they never told the male hosts what to talk about. They never told the midday guys or the morning guys or the afternoon guys. They never told them what to talk about. And I had a programming director who called up during my commercial break on my nighttime show.
Wow.
And told me what to talk about. And I thought, are you kidding me? So I dug in my heels. I said, okay, I'm going to talk about what so-and-so wants me to talk about. And then the next day I resigned. And what really bothered me there were a lot of things that bothered me, but there was a guy I was friends with who was a reporter in this town at the time, who is still on air in this town, not as a reporter, but he's still on air. And he went on a show on another station and shredded me, saying,
whoa,
I quit because I didn't want to talk about the Cubs. And I thought, we were friends. How could you throw me under the bus like that? And wow. I never addressed it with him, never confronted him about it. But that perception was out there because he put it out there, really hurt, because it was so untrue. And here's somebody who I thought was a friend of mine in the reporters clique, and just completely misrepresented why I quit. And at the time I was just struggling so much with, what do I do next? And was this the right decision? And I really didn't defend myself at the time, which I kind of wish I had. But I just sort of wanted to make the controversy go away. I really didn't want to make it about, I stood up to management, or it was a sexist thing or whatever. I just was so heartbroken that a station I loved and a job I loved made me feel like I had no choice but to stand up for myself.
That's absolutely brutal, and that's just insane to hear that. And then the backlash from someone who, like, what do they have to gain for that? What's the problem? I just let you know, Julie, we have a lot of roughnecks in the comments. If you need any, you want to some of the 108 audience to come talk to whoever this person was, you can tell me offline who it is. We'll confront him. We'll let him know.
Yeah, he's not real high on my list these days.
I'd imagine not.
You're right. The only thing he had to gain was that the show he was on, where he threw me under the bus, was with a bigger fish, and he thought he could gain some favor with his co-host by I know why she quit. No, you don't. I mean, really, hardly anyone knew why I quit except like my closest friends and family. So, yeah, I try not to wish bad things on people, but I don't root for his success. I'll be honest.
That's fair. That's fair. Now, Julie, was that sort of the straw that broke the camel's back in a way? Because that is a bad thing, but it is also like you said, you just were like, that's enough. I'm done with this. Is there any other things that were like pushing it from that perspective? Was more related to that or other things?
I mean, that was the big one where I really thought, like, I'm done. Whether I made less money than the guys or I worked worse hours than the guys or whatever, I accepted that. I dealt with it. But the fact that somebody could call up and interrupt a show I was hosting. I mean, I'm on the air and you call in a commercial break and you totally threw off the show I had planned, and I had callers on the air on the topic I was going to talk about. I had them on my phone bank, and it just derailed me. And at that point I thought, you know what? It's not going to get any better with this programming director. And so I walked away from it.